Hey, welcome back to the murder of Jennifer Clark, part 10. We're so close to finishing the case right now. Today we shall name the killer and the accomplice. Although there might be a few issues with our theory I still can't exactly answer, unless you can. The theory does get a bit whack. Wanna bet you still don't know what the murder weapon is? Because honestly, I didn't. I did briefly mention it way back, I just scratched the idea too easily. But the weapon was actually in the open all along. Yeah, have a look.
Hello, welcome to Rapid Fire Interrogation. Here someone being questioned will give a testimony. Instead of finding one statement to argue, there'll be multiple. It's your job to argue or question a statement when it seems fishy. At the end, you'll present the final nail in the coffin that proves your side. Good luck and have fun. Rapid Fire Interrogation, Nightmare.
Instead of randomly accusing, let's actually think this through. Your dear friend Oscar, wasn't he killed in the basement?
No, he wasn't. He was killed in the parents' bedroom. Because Nightmare still had access to the kitchen, which had a secret passageway to a weird back room, with the ladder leading up to the parents' bedroom, and that's how Oscar was killed.
No, he wasn't. You killed him using the secret passageway in the parents' bedroom. And even if he died in the basement, Coy and April would have seen it. His body was found in the washing machine. How do you suppose I did that without going to the basement?
Now, that one is tougher, actually. It may have something to do with the water hose, though. Yeah, the long hose in the backyard was soaking wet. Why was that? Did he use the hose to hoist the body down to the...
I don't get how that would work.
Oh! I went a bit too fast. Yeah, of course. Basement window.
By using the same window August and Simon got in with. You could easily slide his body through it and into the washing machine. Well, that is true. I would not be able to close the lid. The drop from the window to the washing machine is too big to reach from the window, so there's no way I could do it.
Ah, but that's what you used the water hose for. Yeah, it's gotta be that. The water hose.
You used the super long hose outside to tap down the lid. Incorrect.
That's all you're gonna say?
Of course, it's my word against yours. You have no proof I did that.
Sure we do, there's water on the lid actually. Oh, that one was easy.
One helpless raven, nowhere else to go. I do have proof. It's the washing machine. While investigating the attic, Corey and April told me the top of it was a little wet. They're from the hose. When you tapped down the washing machine lid, some water dripped out. I guess someone had used it earlier for there to be some leftover water droplets in it. Gee, I wonder who used it, Maria.
Is the dude still wet from that? No way.
That'll have to be a mystery for another day. I don't understand why you would go through all this trouble to avoid the basement. The only reason you would is if you never wanted to go in the first place. Which would most likely make you Jennifer's murderer.
Right, yeah, of course, Tiana.
You made us play the sadistic killing game. You murdered 3 of our friends, and you also killed your best friend. Only an awful person would do all this. It's you, Tiana. You're that awful person. You're Nightmare. But most importantly, you're Jennifer Clark's killer. Got anything to say?
Are we right? I mean, it all sounds plausible. And we can back it up with facts.
I didn't want to use this, but you've left me no choice.
Are you gonna use one on us? Nah, no way he's now gonna start blasting us with that gun, right? No way. And you're not gonna tell me that it's now gonna be like, woo, surprise, nobody died, it was all fake, ha, gotcha. A Halloween prank, ooh, you got traumatized for life, ooh. Don't do me like that, I swear to God. There are ghosts already in the story, so there's no way this is just a prank. A Halloween prank.
Not quite. With a weak enough spirit, I can make you guys pass out. It's just like possessing someone, but even easier. Why do you think that happened to Sophie, Maria, and Jeff earlier?
I knew that had to mean something. So, you're gonna...
sleep.
And we're out.
We all passed out. I don't know how much time went by until we woke up, but I doubt long. Oh, we did. We were greeted by a familiar creepy voice.
Thank you all for coming to tonight's game. Please give your attention to the front of the stairs. Your host would like to say something. Is this gonna be some big reveal? It is Tiana! I should definitely change voice now, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should. Hiya!
Name Tiana Whitney, age 18, when she died. Like studying and costumes.
Holy shit!
Bravo! Bravo! Kinda useless, but I still admire it. You guys figured out who I am.
What do you mean, useless?
You solved it was me killing you. Wore this costume, talked in the voice modulator, created this game, etc.
Hold on, she's supposed to be a ghost, isn't she?
The thing is, and don't hate me for saying this, you did get one thing wrong. And what's that?
That she didn't kill Jennifer, right?
Well, I didn't kill Jenny.
Crap. Wow. Okay, well, back to the drawing board, I suppose. Oh, all those shocked faces. A lot of silence, actually.
You're still putting up a barrier of denial?
You bet. But you're a nightmare. That doesn't mean I'm the culprit. Just because I killed your friends doesn't mean I killed mine.
That's preposterous! If you're insane enough to kill them, you're insane enough to kill Jennifer!
Why would they make this game even if they're the killer? Wouldn't that give them a ticket to hell? Huh? Why would I go to, HE double hockey sticks?
You did kill 3 people in the afterlife. That must count for something, right? I mean, that can't go unpunished, can it?
I can think of at least 3 reasons.
Yep, 3 bodies to be exact.
Tiana's nightmare. But is she Jennifer's killer? The evidence says yes, but is this something I missed? Oh look! Sophie's deep in thought again. Do you want me to give you a hint?
Maybe? Is it gonna cost us?
We want you to shut the fuck up!
Ooh, Jeff is getting badass here.
You are the killer! Jeff, please stop. Ever since you let Oscar die, you've been so mean to me.
Oh gee, I wonder why.
Espèce d'enfoiré, ne parle pas à mes amis comme ça! Whoa, did I strike a nerve?
Has she become totally emotionless? Is she like a true psychopath showing her true colors now? Wait, no, it's a sociopath in this case, isn't it?
Putain, si tu oses mal regarder la moindre personne ici, je t'écrase avec un bulldozer!
Wait, hold on, my French isn't that good, but something about the sentence feels wrong. I know what the writer means, but this feels like a Google Translate. Let me rephrase this a bit better. So, putain, si tu oses regarder quelqu'un ici de travers, je t'écrase avec un bulldozer. I think that might be a better way to put it. And now I want to see some French people bashing me in the comments like, no, you didn't make a good correction. Do whatever, I guess.
Sophie, help! It's something with the scissors.
Why is she looking at us for help?
What the hell? Something you missed about them, I swear!
I mean, the blood was not on the tip. The blood was on the handle. Is that it?
Fuck you, we're not friends!
Are you going to listen to her, Sophie?
We could give her the benefit of the doubt, I mean, maybe? Humor her?
Sadly, we probably should. Not for Tiana, though.
For our lives?
Yeah.
We sure do like breathing now, don't we? Yep, the blood is on the handles, not the tip. There's also still the paint on the floor in the attic. I'm still so confused.
Well, the blood's pretty fucking suspicious. But is that it? Just that there's blood on the scissors? There has to be something off about the blood itself.
Where it is, yeah, that's exactly what is wrong.
The location of the blood seems off. Why is it on the handle?
Yeah, no clue.
If there's blood on the blade, it makes sense. That's what was used to stab Jennifer.
But the blood is on a very weird position, so it cannot actually be the murder weapon. The only thing that I can think of is that it was around when the murder happened. And some blood got on the handle.
If there's no blood at all, that also makes sense. The killer washed the blood away to hide it was the murder weapon. But if there's blood on the handle and not the blade, It doesn't add up.
It totally doesn't. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is that it was just around when the murder happened.
Why wash the blade but not the handle if there was blood on it? And if the killer didn't wash the blood at all, it'd be on the blade too. Maybe she did it on purpose to throw us off?
Why go through that trouble when they could just clean the scissors entirely?
I failed to meet that realization. They just happened to get blood on them from the actual murder. Wonderful, Sophie! You surpass me in beauty and knowledge.
But why did Tiana hide the scissors in the drawer?
If not to kill Jennifer, maybe she hid them
to kill William, to hide them from Mr. Clark, to not do the project? Well, to not do the project?
I guess.
It was so they didn't have to do the project.
All three girls were against doing it right after school. Correct again! Nice job! See guys, 2 arguments against the main reason I was the killer. Those aren't strong enough. I'm not giving up. It's not me. Are you blind or something? Judging by the outfit choice, you probably are.
Come on, leave Zach alone.
What? Crud, I was just kidding. I'm sorry. How dare you? You want to talk? You've got as much drip as a well-done steak.
I'm pretty sure that was a Gordon Ramsay reference.
Fuck rub, Zach.
Yeah, go man, go! The killer was one of the 3 girls. Her being Nightmare has some weight to it. Remember? They had to be inside the room. There's no other way they could have gotten in.
But what if there's another way in?
You're not gonna do me like that. You're not gonna tell me about a secret way in. Mm-mm.
What? I said that without even thinking. We talked about this a lot. Why am I just now arguing it? I can't shake this weird feeling. Did we miss something?
I mean, there was the flagpole with the missing flag.
Everyone's staring. I gotta think of something fast.
Do we have something? Do you want to think it over? I think she's the killer, but we should make sure everyone is on the same page.
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you. Other ways the killer could have gotten in.
There are not that many options, but let's see where the story goes.
To argue something everyone has agreed on this entire debate is tricky. Screw trying to be a clairvoyant. I'll look at the evidence. Evidence that the killer got in another way.
I mean, there was the dirt on the house, the tree house, which Andrew was pretty adamant about was important to the case.
Think, Sophie, think. How did the killer get in a room?
The attic floor was covered in wet paint. The long hose in the backyard was soaking wet. Oh, did they use the long hose to get up there? Wait, what? Covered in wet paint. Okay, I'm confused now. Tell me.
The killer dropped down from the attic floor to get into her room.
Huh? There was nothing else there.
That's the only way I can think of.
Wouldn't Jennifer's ceiling be broken in the investigation?
Unless they fixed it?
That place was transformed to look like the night of the murder after all.
Not if they fixed it.
The only problem is though, we didn't see the ceiling of Jennifer's room. We did see the floor in the attic, which was covered in paint, but we didn't see the ceiling of Jennifer's room. Might have actually been very useful.
When Edward and I went to the attic with Corey and April, we noticed the floor had wet paint all over it.
The killer must have replaced the floorboards after breaking them.
Which seems so freaking elaborate.
Then they painted them the original color.
But surely the parents would notice the wet paint.
I don't think so. The attic seemed pretty dormant. I doubt anyone went up there a lot. Also, with a dead daughter, they probably had more on their mind than a wet floor.
I mean, again, here, wouldn't the hole in the ceiling be kinda obvious to the parents? Let alone pretty damn audible throughout the whole house if you broke through a floor? The testimonies they all gave seem to be pretty off again with this clue.
Whoa, you guys are so smart. I couldn't be more proud of all 11 of you. It's right? Yep, you bet. Why are you telling us this? Because you figured out Nightmare was me when you didn't have to. I want to reward you.
With this said, the killer's identity is obvious now.
Oh, sure, yeah, I obviously know who did it. Thanks to this information, the killer is...
Hold on a second, Eddie.
Eddie? Eddie? Why does she have a nickname for the dude? Cute nickname! Also, why are they all on friendly terms with Tiana right now? She did kill 3 people. 3 of our friends.
I know what you're going to say. William killed her.
No. No, definitely not.
He has the strongest motive and was in the attic. Look, you're all smart, but the funny kid is right.
Funny, huh? Yeah, he can't even take a compliment from the killer.
William's too easy of a suspect. He literally said he was gonna kill her. Come on.
This again?
You really think I'd make the memories that obvious to the actual killer? I controlled what memories you saw. I didn't learn to run in platform boots just to give you an easy mystery. You're gonna need a better argument. Okay. I've given you enough resources to answer the following questions. Why? Who? And with what? This explanation answers why and who, but not the with what part. You debunked the scissor theory and there was nothing sharp in the attic that could pierce human skin, so... What was the murder weapon if William's the killer? Remember, it has to be some kind of evidence that was present during the investigation. In other words, you saw the murder weapon during the investigation. Like I said earlier, some of you were pretty close to it. So if it was William in the attic, what was it?
The flagpole? No way. No way it was the flagpole. That's way too big.
We all looked at each other hoping someone would speak up. Something. Anything we saw, but nobody said anything. Nobody found anything. No clear murder weapon William could have used. Is it true then? Besides the fact that William was in the attic, we don't have any evidence for him.
How embarrassing.
We were bamboozled. So we didn't solve the case?
Nope.
In fact, you're just getting started.
No way. No way, the game is not ending.
Motherfucker!
Intermission!
Indeed, motherfucker. It's not ending. If you think it's ending, nope. We got hit with a twist and it continues. In today's news, 11 idiots stumbled to solve a forgotten murder. There they stand, stumped, stale, and steamed up. Will they figure out the mysteries this case has to offer? Stay tuned for the shocking answer. Now on to Virgil for sports.
Basketball!
We appreciate the comedy routine, guys, but we're running out of time. Yeah, kind of. I have been recording for how long? Freaking 9 hours. I've been recording for freaking 9 plus hours. I'm almost at 10 hours. This is crazy.
It's not that bad, right? Now we know the killer's either Susie or Lynn. No, they aren't the killer either. Why would they drop down to kill Jennifer if they're in the same room as her? So we can add Susie, Tiana, and Lynn to the list of debunked suspects. I couldn't get in. Auguste and Simon were outside, and Jason and Son weren't even there. It has to be William.
Nah, it's not William. There's but one guy we haven't put much shade on yet, and that's actually the brother. For a moment I had my thoughts it would be him. I'm really not sure. I don't know. I'm gonna let this play out a bit. But it can't be William. What possible weapon did he have? Maybe the killer climbed the way up like the article said? We know that's not possible.
What's wrong, Corey? Did your brain fall out after you and April's last pegging session?
What the hell? That's the most embarrassing thing someone ever has asked me. It's only embarrassing if it's true. Bandits,
The killer's identity fails to line up with the girls. But we also debunked Ray, and Tiana said it's not William. And no one outside could have gotten in the house either. These cursed contradictions, they fill me with agony. What the fuck is going on?
There is but one suspect left in my opinion. And that is actually the brother.
Calm down. We can't solve this if you're yelling. Was there anyone else in the attic?
No, it was only the people we discussed. William and Ray were behind the curtains. Those were the only places to hide.
I can't tell Tiana's trying to hold back her laughter. I need to answer this before more than just bandits start panicking. Hypothetically, let's say they were in the house, but not in Jennifer's room. It'd most likely be Ray then. I still don't think it's him though. He couldn't get in, and truly I believe he had feelings for her. So, what about the parents? Would they really go that far to kill their own daughter? I mean, who has access to the house, is able to... Well, they actually all got in pretty easily. Actually, what the fuck? What a useless security system. Anyway, but what I was thinking about, it's especially what's weirding me out is that the floorboards were fixed. You don't do that without making a hell of a noise, right? So it's gotta be someone who was at home. It's gotta be someone from the house, so people wouldn't question what is going on. So my theory about the brother is getting a foothold, to be honest. Is there a reason it couldn't be them? They were too busy arguing, they wouldn't damage the house, they had a key. Yeah, the father had a key, didn't he? That's right! When Nightmare explained how the door worked, he said the dad had a key. Yeah, so the dad would have just entered through the door and not through the freaking ceiling. Which is actually, I haven't stated this yet, but that's actually kind of crazy. Imagine someone going straight through your ceiling and kill you. That's just way too epic. Neither of the parents would break the floor if they had an easier solution. Knowing that, it can be from the inside. I could go back to the old theory. They were already in the attic. That'd make William suspicious, but Tiana said it's not him. As much as he sucks, she hasn't lied to us about anything with the case. So the killer would have to have a hiding spot besides the curtains. But was there anything? Behind the shelf? I mean, you're really not gonna be able to hide behind that shelf. It's way too small. Behind the curtains? No. Two people were already there. There were no other hiding spots. Why is that option there? Is that it? There's just no other hiding spots? I think I can confidently say there was nothing. They weren't in the room, the attic, or anywhere else in the house. So that leaves me with one more option.
Where did the killer come from?
Dude, I'm pretty good with these ones. Immediately I first saw it, it's outside. So, I just need to get the spelling correct. There we go. Pretty easy. The killer came from outside. And the brother wasn't home. The brother went to Daniel's house to have an alibi. We already witnessed there was no way up to Jennifer's resting place, let alone the attic. But they had to have come from outside. I explained my reasons. Some looked surprised, others were clearly skeptical. That was fantastic, Sophie. I could only dream to be that smart. But Bandit and Maria said there wasn't a way up.
Maybe the killer could teleport.
That argument shows why this claim is dumb.
It was a joke. I'm literally the comic relief character.
And yoink, inserted another fourth wall break right there. Keep him coming, Marco, keep him coming.
Anyways, I'm down to believe Sophie. I'd just like a way for the killer to pull this off.
That I don't know.
Well, I still believe you. We'll just have to work together. There's a lot of time left and it's better to be safe than sorry.
Wonderful point, Eddie.
This isn't going to become a thing, right?
So, what should we do now?
We've been making good progress when we debate deadlocks like these. To the people that investigated backyards, say as many weird details as you can about it. Perhaps one of those is the key to figuring out how the culprit got in. We still haven't done anything with the dirt on the treehouse, have we?
Jeff's right. I need to back up this claim as best as I can. I know I'm right. I just know it. The problem is figuring out what makes me right.
Could have been hiding on the treehouse and waiting. That might be an option.
Bandit Maria, Edward, and Sophie's discussion. Did the killer come from outside?
Strange details about outside. What about that stick in front of the treehouse?
Yeah. It came from the trees, it came from the treehouse roof, it came from one of the boys. It came from the trees? I don't think so. Oh, wait, what? From the treehouse roof, of course. Yeah, but that comes from it comes from a tree. Come on. Don't nitpick this. The only tree nearby was cut down. How about the tree that How about the tree where the treehouse was in? It had to have dropped from the roof of the treehouse.
Then they ventured onto the roof with a grappling hook. They used it on the flagpole that's on the attic window.
Cute theory, but they wouldn't be able to do that. Well, I guess they could if they had a grappling hook, but that's stupid.
No, not that stupid. They had a gardening hose.
I'll leave you guys alone for 3 seconds. What's another detail I can bring up?
Select something. Let me think. I mean, the garden hose?
Hose being wet is a weird detail. Maybe that's something to do with that. I don't see what that could possibly help with. It probably just rained.
Then more stuff would be wet, right? Not just the garden hose.
Maria thinks it was raining on the night of the murder.
But then there would not be dirt on the treehouse, now would there? It would have washed away. Hey.
No, it couldn't have been raining. Why? I know Tiana's powerful, but I doubt she could control the weather just for the memories. I politely shook my head at Maria's statement.
Yeah, you should, because she's absolutely wrong.
When we were investigating the backyard, we went to the treehouse roof. Remember what was on the roof, guys? Not really. Edward's boner for it was blocking the way.
He was actually really adamant about it being so damn important for the case.
Can someone give the actual answer?
Dirt! I had a boner for dirt! Ah crap, I didn't mean that. Too late, you said it. It's forever out there for everyone to know and live rent-free in their heads.
Wow, what a shitty team. So what if there was dirt on the roof? I don't get it.
Okay, after internally crying from the embarrassing thing Maria said, I'm ready to contribute again. I get Sophie's point. If it rained the night of the murder, there would be no dirt on the roof because it would have washed away. This makes the hose being wet a very suspicious detail.
Oh, I see. Alright, Corey, woohoo! Let's hear it from my boyfriend. Give me a C.
April, you know requesting others to spell out my name for school spirit embarrasses me.
So the dirt actually helped?
Damn straight, haha.
Another lesson for the players. If you feel like dirt, you still matter.
Sophie's right again. I'm not surprised.
She is the detective of the group after all.
My B.
What? My B? I have no clue what that means. Help?
Why was the hose wet then? Such a peculiar detail has to have some meaning. Edward, can you name all the things in the backyard you can remember? Specifically the objects outside the left part of the house, where the attic lines up?
Sure. There's the playground set, the treehouse, the axe, the tree stump, the well, the basement window, and the hose. How about if you look a bit more up? There is a flagpole right there. You could like lasso the hose up there and then climb up.
Nice memory! What about them? There were even more strange details outside, ones we haven't talked about yet. We need to use all of them to find a way the killer could get up.
There it is, right down here, hidden by the text box. First things first, what did the killer use to climb up?
Select an object.
So easy.
They used a flagpole attached to the attic window. That's the only thing they could have used. It's the only thing? How is that the only thing?
Why did the killer have to use the flagpole?
Let me think. So Jennifer, blah blah blah, 10 a.m. Every window was barred, Sims, blah blah blah. Even though the girls claimed they came into Jennifer's window, the test was flawed. I guess we're gonna bring up the security system again.
Remember, the attic window was the only one the security system had no control of. But like, they totally need something else to climb up.
I mean, there was some stuff in the backyard, the treehouse, the garden hose. There might be some stuff that could be used.
So what did they use?
They kind of might have used the vines to climb somewhat up, and then the hose.
They can use the hose we just talked about. It was freakishly long because of how big the garden was. I'm sure if we threw it on the flagpole, it could reach the ground on both sides. But how would they be able to throw a hose that far off distance? Did they have super strength?
What?
No.
They probably did it by climbing on the treehouse roof. The hardwood base towered in size. With a good throw, it's not unlikely it could reach a flagpole.
That explains that loner stick we saw. That little shit was probably kicked off. We're bullying sticks now. Who cares? We now know the culprit got on the treehouse roof and threw the wet hose on the flagpole so it would reach down on both sides.
So that's cool and all, but how would the killer climb up it?
That's what we have to figure out.
There's so many different possibilities though. Hey April, wanna debate it with me?
Yeah, let's see some juicy ass couple drama.
It's not that. I think it could be a fun way to distract from the fact the clock is getting closer to a horrible, gruesome deaths. Corey is getting quite existential here. Already dreading with despair. I'd also like to be more helpful.
Sure then. Bring it on, boyfriend.
Corey versus April. How did the killer get up?
God damn! They're going all in.
After setting up the hose, they used it to climb up. Obviously their hands, right?
But the hose was slippery from the water.
Maybe they just accidentally turned on the house while setting it up?
They'd still need something to hold it down on the other side.
I'm sure there were a lot of things they could use for that.
But if the hose was wet on purpose, then why would they still climb it with their hands? What if they used something to help them climb up? Like the ladder, like the bucket, like the window. There was a broken ladder in the shed, which could not have been used since it was broken. Or could they have used the ladder? The ladder seems very plausible, but like I said, it's broken. Why would they be using it?
Like the ladder?
That ladder had like 4 rungs on it.
Virgil, I don't need your laughter right now.
Okay, I'm actually not that mad that I had the wrong option here. A bucket?
How do you use a bucket to climb? How about the bucket? The one near the well?
Depends. How would that help?
First, let's answer this question. Why did the killer want the hose to be wet? If you're climbing something, you wouldn't want it to be slippery.
The only benefit to it being slippery is if they wanted it to smoothly drag across the flagpole.
Ah, so they wanted to use water as lubricant. Which is actually the worst kind of lubricant. It doesn't really do the trick. But before this gets weird, let's just continue. I didn't mean anything by that sentence.
Of course! It helps it move quicker. If it was dry, it'd be a lot harder. First of all, that's what she said. Second of all, where does the bucket come in? They tied it to the hose?
Exactly!
Wait, so he tried to pull himself up by standing in the bucket? I've seen enough construction worker pranks on interns to know that it doesn't work.
They got the bucket from the well, tied a hose to it, got on it, and then were pulled up by someone on the other side.
Actually, wait. Maybe that is doable. Maybe someone else could pull you up, but you definitely can't pull yourself up.
In order to pull this off, they need one more thing. And it confirms what other 2 truths and a lie statement was correct.
So, 4 people intruded the night of the murder, which was wrong. There were 5 people. So the killer had an accomplice. Yeah, that is right.
The killer had an accomplice is our second true statement.
It makes sense to me. They would need someone to pull them on the other side. And although the treehouse roof was high up, they would still need assistance to throw the hose on the flagpole. They carry more weight than you'd expect.
But remember what Tiana said? The murder weapon would be clear. So, if all this is true, what's the murder weapon? Now that you say that, I guess it has to be...
Ooh, can I get this one? You always answer questions like this. I want it for once.
Sure?
Sweet! You're now controlling Marco. Look at how unamused she's looking at the moment.
The murder weapon of the case is...
What? The axe? If it was the axe, wouldn't the wound on the body be, like, a bit larger? I guess we only have one option then, the axe.
You're now controlling Sophie. It's the axe outside. That's the only other weapon that was seen in the investigation.
It's not gonna be that, is it?
Oh man, that was fun. I want my own spin-off game now.
You're pushing your luck. How's it the axe? I thought it was a stab wound to the throat.
The top of the axe has a really sharp tip. If the culprit hit her in the throat, it would perfectly match up with the autopsy report.
There you have it. A clear murder weapon with a wound that would match. I'm actually wondering here. I'm not sure, but was this mentioned? I can't remember. It's been way too long ago. Damn, we're good. That was a lot of information to figure out.
But it explains every weird thing about the backyard.
Still not as weird as the dad's smelly ass man cave. True.
So we've almost answered everything. Using the hose contraption, the culprit was pulled up. They had to go all the way to the attic since the window was the only one not affected by the security system. After they got in, they dropped down and killed Jennifer using the axe. The tip of it pierced her throat as the fatal blow. All we need to know now is who killed her.
Psst, Edward. I think I know who the killer is. Can I run it by you before saying out loud?
Guys, Sophie knows who the killer is. Dude, she just asked you in confidence and you immediately broke it. How could you? The betrayal.
Why do I expect anything different?
You do?
I think so. We're all ears, gorgeous. Everyone, give your attention to Detective Jones. Why did you do this to me, Edward?
Edward shot me with finger guns again as a reply. Of course he would.
Whatever. The killer of the case is...
The brother? Is it really gonna be the brother? I mean, we're pretty sure it's not the parents. Now we've also ruled out all the friends. Not them. I still have my eyes on the brother, Jason Clark. The boyfriend, he doesn't have any reason. We've already ruled out Ray as well. William, too much on the nose. August and Simon, they were inside the house already, but they left at a certain point. Well, it can't be any of them because that would be a weird Back to the Future moment where someone from the future went to the past and killed someone. Wouldn't make sense. But yeah. Did the little brother really kill her? Because of how much shit he was getting at school?
The one responsible for Jennifer Clark's death has to be her little brother, Jason Clark. Qu'est-ce que? You suspect Jason? Why? Let's go over everyone real quick. If the killer came from outside, it's unlikely William, the girls, or the parents. It can't be Ray because he couldn't get in no matter what. Plus, it did seem like him and Jennifer truly wanted to be together. I know it's not real evidence, but their love seemed genuine.
What about August and Simon? They were outside, right?
I was thinking them for a bit, but it's not. And this explains why.
Wait, let me see. The killer's motive had to do with she did wrong. 4 people intruded the night of murder. The killer had an accomplice. Some wrote a threatening letter that forced the receiver to go into the Clark's mansion. An article in the article talked about double suicide. The article said the victims knew Jennifer but didn't say who they were. I mean, we already said that this last statement was a lie, didn't we? So, that one? We've already agreed the 4 intruder statement is a lie. Tiana wouldn't bring up a 5th intruder unless they had something to do with the murder. Also, August and Simon probably didn't know the attic window wasn't affected by the security system. Neither were familiar with the house. I doubt they knew there was a way back in.
Personally, I'm a bit confuzzled at the motive. I don't understand why Jason would want to kill his sister or what she did to Ray.
It's simple. The same reason we thought the girls would. Except worse. Worse? Not only is it a closer relation, but Jason's classmates were younger.
True! 15-year-olds are the fucking worst. It would explain Jason's behavior in a memory I saw. He tried to dress cool as a bad attempt to get people to stop bullying him. He basically admitted in my memory he was getting bullied because of Jennifer. And then we did it, friends! All the 2 truths and the lie statement works perfectly.
Do we have our answer? Jason, getting bullied at school, decided to kill his sister. It kinda sounds right, but it still sounds pretty wrong if you put it like that. Using an accomplice, he made the contraption that could get him to the attic. He had to use that room because it was the only room the security system didn't fully work on. Since it's right above Jennifer's room, he broke the floor to it. That's when he dropped down, murdered his sister with the tip of the axe, and then fled the scene. Any questions? Yeah, actually, I do. Why would the parents and the three friends lie about their testimonies? Did they do that to protect Jason? But why would they protect him if he killed her in cold blood like that? Something is not making sense here.
Quite a bit. Where was the flora placed? The scissors outside? Who were the accomplices and how William and Jason escaped? Those will just have to remain mysteries. Everything we came up with makes perfect sense. Plus this answers all of the questions we had too. The motive was Jason being bullied because of his sister's wrongdoing. The murder weapon was the tip of the axe. They got in using the hose bucket contraption. And the killer was Jason Clarke.
Are you guys ready?
After agreeing, all of us voted for Jason.
There still seem to be so many loose ends. I mean, the first one is like I said earlier. Why would, in this case, the three friends of Jennifer lie about seeing the killer enter and leave? Why would they lie about it? Well, everyone voted.
Diana, was it right? Good question. I rolled my eyes immediately. At this point in the night, I was done with her shit. Just stop with that and tell us the answer. Hey, don't get mad at me. It's not like yelling at me will bring Tammy back.
That was a low blow. That was a real low blow.
Anyways, you guys are right. Jason killed her. Holy fucking shit. Now it's not 100% correct, but we'll get to that later.
I swear to God, the game keeps on going.
For now, just answer these last two questions. I promise they won't take long. It's just some small loose ends. Let's start with this. The security system automatically turns on at 12 AM. However, for some reason it wasn't turned on before that. Why?
The dad, wasn't it? It had something to do with the dad. The parents were too busy fighting, Jennifer was dealing with guests, Jason told the parents not to. We don't know about Jason telling the parents not to do that, but the parents were too busy fighting, I guess.
There were a lot of memories about the parents fighting. They didn't turn on the alarm because they were too busy with that. August even stated this in a memory.
Yep. The security system automatically turns on at 12 AM. With how busy the parents are these days, both William and Ray don't think they'll turn it on before then.
Good job! My other question is, who was Jason's accomplice?
Well, then you are the accomplice? Lynn was also not really protective of Jennifer. Susie would go to the end of the world. She would defend her until the end, to be honest. It would make sense that Tiana is the accomplice. It fits with the testimonies. She woke up the other friends and lied to them, so they all had the same false testimony. So yeah, Tiana.
It was you, wasn't it? You bet! You guys worked really well together. As someone that values teamwork, I'm proud of you guys. You are so defensive about being the killer, but you worked with one? What kind of logic is that, dumbass? Hey, I swear it's not as bad as it seems. I'm still totally confused.
Yeah, April. It is a very confusing case.
How did William and Jason escape? And why were the scissors outside? Those? Allow me to show, not tell. Is it okay if I make you guys pass out again?
Please don't do that. We all lost consciousness. Okay, she didn't... she didn't even ask permission, she just did it. I swear to God, my voice is just... It's just dying at this point. My voice is just dying. I have over 10 hours of recording session. My voice is killing me. It's strangling my freaking neck. Until we saw... And at that moment, I knew my voice was screwed. I couldn't continue, so I did the only reasonable thing. I left some dead space to make the outro, don't miss out on the final party in the next one, ciao!